Quota arrangements is a special function within DRP, within distribution requirements planning in ESPP. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about these quota arrangements. This is a function in DRP, and DRP is the process that calculates how much we need to order from our suppliers. We have several inputs to that process, like the forecast, the existing inventory, the safety stock values that we need to procure. And the output of the DRP process is either a purchase requisition and purchase order, or schedule lines within a scheduling agreement. That depends on your procurement rules and on the agreements you have with the vendor. And this function enables that you do not need to procure from one single vendor or supplier. You can split these orders and the material you need to different vendors and suppliers using these quota arrangements. That is what we are going to show you. So we already did see how DRP works in general. This little clip shows you how we can enable DRP to procure from multiple suppliers or multiple vendors. In order to do that, we need to tell the system from which vendors and in which percentage we want to order. Therefore, we are going to create a quota arrangement. We go into the system and create the quota arrangement for a certain material. This time we are using ESPP 009 FRO, and the quota arrangement exists until the year 2025. We take that over to the left side, we mark it, and then we tell the system the items, so which vendors should be procured from. This time we choose 691 as one vendor, and we are choosing a second one, and that is 693. We take those over, and now we tell the system, okay, from the first vendor 40% should be procured from the first vendor and 60% should be procured from the second vendor. That overall we will ensure to procure 100%, and we save that. Perfect. Then we are going again to the DRP matrix, and let's see how the system is reacting on this. You did see that how DRP works in the video clip earlier, and we open the DRP matrix. I don't explain all the different horizons here again, so please watch the other video. I just explain a little bit. So on the 24th of February, we see that the projected stock drops below our planned safety stock, and the cross demand is coming in on the 27th. So we have a unrounded net demand of 4,327. And according to the economic order quantity, which is 4,337, we then would create here on the 27th a purchase requisition of 4,328. Before for this part, or before we created the quota arrangements, we had only one vendor. And if we look into the schedule maintenance board, we do see exactly that. So we already have existing purchase requisitions for this single vendor, and all the materials are procured from this one. Now we maintained the quota arrangement, and if we run DRP, what we are doing right now in the background, we hopefully see that the amount, the quantity that we need to order is split in the proportional to the two vendors. So DRP run has finished. We see it on the information. on the left corner. And if we go now to the schedule maintenance board, we hopefully will see that the demand that is still the same amount, but now is split into two different vendors. And that is exactly what's happening here. So in the limited freeze horizon, we do see that this demand is split to this and to this vendor. And if you remember, the number was 4,338. So that is exactly split into the right ratio. 60% are procured from the vendor 693 and 40% of the demand is procured from the vendor 691. That, of course, can be extended to multiple vendors. If you can arrange the percentage by implementing a body if you want to, if the ratios are not fixed. So that is how DRP is dealing with multiple vendors and procure from multiple vendors.